A bunch this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I only got one for 1.7. I can't figure out how to download it.
She sent another one.
She's supposed to check on some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got answers on that.
Did you forward those times?
No, but I'll tell you right now, we can have closed deliberation. I think we should probably wait till we get all the comments in at the end of the 30 days and then.
Yeah. Oh, not today.
Then do deliberation.
Yeah, but she had some other information for us, just information and stuff that she.
Yeah, she sent a bunch of people stuff.
Okay, because I know her and I had questions too.
Call the Effingham County Board meeting to order. Call the roll, please.
Robert Butler.
Here.
Jim Neiman.
Here.
Heather Miller.
Here.
Ed Campbell.
Here.
Alan Berry. Here. Hey, Jimmy.
Here.
Doug Kane. Here. Rob Arnold. Here. Joe Taylor. Here.
Please stand with me for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the prayer.
Almighty God, we are gathered here today to serve you and conduct the affairs of Effingham County. Give us knowledge and strength to do your will, with the proper balance of eternal values and our present needs. May we accept our responsibilities and act with courage. Grant us a sense of justice and stewardship, both now and forever. Amen.
Amen. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on an agenda or non-agenda item? Are you wanting to speak, Larry?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Are you wanting to speak?
Am I wanting to speak?
Are you wanting to speak on an agenda or non-agenda item?
I think Jeff is. Jeffrey? Jeff, no?
Okay.
Let's recall.
Have none. Yeah. Are there any agenda considerations regarding the consent agenda or anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to move the ambulance oversight appointment to off the consent agenda to be voted on separately.
Okay. Anything else?
I'd like to move the animal control off on just a separate discussion, please.
Yes.
Am I not seeing that?
Yeah, just second dot from the bottom. Anything else? forward. Item number 4, this is a resolution honoring Dixie Harkey on her retirement after 13 years of service as administrative assistant for the Effingham County Clerk. Circuit Clerk. Clerk. Dixie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm retired, I'm good.
We have a gift for you, but it's not in yet. You want anything else with this last year? When it comes in, we'll let you know.
It gives me something to look forward to, right?
Yes. Right, this is a resolution from the County of Effingham on January 19, 2021. Whereas Dixie Harkey has performed in her position at the Effingham County Circuit Clerk's Office in a professional and loyal manner, and whereas Dixie Harkey began her employment on April 30th, 2007, she has worked diligently in the last 13 years and currently serves as the administrative assistant for the County Circuit Clerk. And therefore, be it resolved that we, the Effingham County Board, County of Effingham, State of Illinois, do hereby commend Dixie Harkey for her 13 years commitment and dedication to the people of Effingham County. Be it further resolved that we wish you the best of health and happiness in your retirement.
Thank you.
This is, do I have a motion, Rob?
So moved.
A motion by Rob,
I'll second.
second by Joe. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And we have a Don't be a stranger, Dixie.
Oh, I won't. I'll take many walks by and knock on the window and wave, okay?
Appreciate that. The next thing is we have a proclamation for Effingham County 2020 National Chamber of the Year. This is our County Chamber of Commerce entered into the competition and ended up with proclamation, Effingham County Chamber of Commerce of the Year month, and Effingham County Chamber of Commerce Founders Day. Whereas a strong business community is a key driver of our local economic prosperity, and whereas the mission of the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce is to strengthen local business and stimulate the regional economy, and whereas the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce works with business, organizations, and individuals to create a strong business environment that increase employment, retail trade, and industrial growth. And whereas the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce is the oldest and largest business development organization in Effingham County, and whereas the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce was named National Chamber of the Year in 2020, recognizing the outstanding achievement of the organization, and whereas the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce was founded on January 27, 1917. Therefore, I, James Neiman, Chairman of the Effingham County Board, proclaim January as the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce Chamber of the Year month, and Wednesday, January 27th, be named the Effingham County Chamber of Commerce Founders Day. And call it its significance to the citizens of Effingham County. In witness whereof, I have hereunto caused the seal of Effingham County to be affixed on this 19th day of January, AD 2021. All right. Item number 6, consent agenda.
They're here.
Picture.
That's all right.
Which way we go? Daily news.
More important.
Look at me, guys.
All right. Great. You're the one.
But wait, there's one more.
Thank you. You want a picture? All right, we have 2 items coming off the consent agenda, so before we consider this, the consent agenda, We'll start with the ambulance oversight. This is to appoint Matt Sager to a term of January 19, 2021 to 12/31 of 2023.
I move to accept Matt as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Rob, seconded by Doug. Discussion.
My opposition still stands because not who it is, but because of what's been done and on the ambulance oversight committee. Whoever comes before the board, I will vote against until we see some real changes start to take place.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion carries. This is to amend the Effingham County Animal Control Ordinance, number 14-08. Have a motion. Motion by Joe. Second. Second by Rob. Is there any discussion? Heather?
Yes, I just want to ask about the boarding fee for $20 per day. Is that limited to the incarcerated? Is it charged to the people that are incarcerated? Or is that for general public?
I think it's for general public and for incarcerated.
So-
There's nothing that separates it out for people that are incarcerated.
Okay, so my question would be, I know that we allotted, I believe, 1 or 2 spaces for the sheriff's office in case of emergencies, kennels.
Yes.
I don't remember if it's 1 or 2. If we let the general public board and then we get full of, strays, what happens?
You lost me.
If we allow the general public to board, say somebody's gone on vacation.
That's not what this is.
Okay,
This is not about, we're not a boarding service for people on vacation. This is strictly for animals that come in and for some reason we have to house them.
so we're charging $20 per day?
Correct.
So in
It's
what,
kind of an incentive to get your animal and get it out of there.
so what instance are we charging that? That's my question.
Well, this came up because we had someone go to prison and decided that Effingham County was going to house their animal for them
Right.
for the entire term.
I know, and that's what I'm asking, is it for the incarcerated then?
It includes incarcerated, but if somebody's dog is picked up and they let it sit, they figure on vacation, they gotta let it sit there for 2 weeks, they're gonna pay a boarding fee.
Another instance, you're asking for other instances, I mean, I could throw one out there, for instance, like an elderly person passes away and has a pet.
Right.
Until other family members can be located to come pick it up or whatever.
Okay,
They
so we
might
are,
have a place to have to put it, they're gonna have to have a place to put it.
so we are charging that then?
Yes.
Okay, well, that makes sense to me. I just want to make sure it wasn't for,
No, it's not for people who just drop their pets off while they go on vacation.
so it's for strays or?
Yes. Well, Stray doesn't have an owner, but yes.
Okay. So it is a service then that the county might require, or that they might provide, I should say.
I think the intent was to not have the taxpayers foot the bill for somebody who just decides to leave their animal there while they're indisposed.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay.
And the fee was set a little bit higher than the average rate in the
Right,
county.
right. I
to
know we talked about
encourage
that
them
before.
not to do that.
Yes, that makes sense.
So they would, if they wanted to go on vacation or do something like
Right.
that, they would take it to one of the other providers, not be trying to drop it.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Joe, you mentioned something about the minutes?
Yes, I apologize, I did not get this off the consent agenda, but it has, on the minutes from last month that I was at the meeting, I was not at the meeting.
So you're making a motion to amend the minutes to
I'm going to
the
make a motion to amend the minutes that I, as corrected.
county board meeting. Give us a second.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second to amend the minutes to reflect that Joe was absent at the last county board meeting. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 6, consent agenda. Do you have a motion to approve?
Also moved.
Motion by Joe. Do I have a second? Second by Norbert. Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Effingham.
Yes.
James Campbell.
Yes.
John Perry.
Yes.
Elizabeth Houston.
Yes.
David King.
Yes.
Rob Arnold.
Yes.
Joe Taylor.
Yes.
Norman Sutherland.
Okay. Elected officials report, Gary. Yes, we are.
I know you can't believe it, but we are going to have another election. I dare you all to get out and vote. It's not till April, that's my dare. So be aware of that. Our new equipment is coming in next week. We're going to be prepared for April. So right after we get it the following week, we're going to start training staff, et cetera. I was complaining about the county board not signing papers. After the county board meeting, I was told to say something to the county board in public, so here it is. Be sure and sign the papers before you leave the job. Thank you much.
Anything else? Okay. Sheriff.
Yes, sir. The Illinois compiled statutes mandates the Illinois Department of Corrections to inspect each county jail annually and to make the results available for public review. I just wanted to let everybody know, let the public know that on December the 2nd, the jail was inspected by the Illinois Department of Corrections and no violations were found. And if somebody wants a copy of that, just contact the sheriff's office and we can provide that. Thank
I
you.
have a question.
Yes, sir.
While they were here inspecting, why didn't they take their prisoners with them?
We got rid of 4 on Thursday, so it's been a plight to get prisoners to go to DOC, and we have to get them COVID tested, and we're back down. We've got 1 female, and now we just got another male. Once we get them to where they're incarcerated, mandated to the corrections facility, we have to hold them for 14 days before they're allowed to take them. So we're down to 2 right now. So that's the lowest it's been for a long, long time. Thank you.
Thank you. Brian. No. Greg.
Didn't snow.
Bill.
Nothing.
Kim. Paula.
I thought I'd get an update on the real estate taxes. To date, 96% has been collected and distributed. We've got, as of today, we've got 321 delinquent parcels yet to be paid. In a couple weeks to lower that number. Our tax sale is February 11th.
Is John here, or am I missing? Okay. Have I missed anybody? All right. Committee reports. Dave.
The only thing I've got is that we do have around 30,000 in revolving loans, so again, if anybody knows anybody that is expanding an existing business or a new business that would benefit from that loan, let us know.
How much, Dave?
Around 30, they're right at 30,000.
Norbert. I do know that Norbert wants to get together with you and I about skirt. Is that correct?
An alliance.
An alliance, yes. Doug?
Health department's got their hoop shed up, and I guess Rob said he used it, his wife used it with the schools, the school bus drivers got their shots. Monday they're supposed, or this week they're supposed to start with the 75 and over.
So that's you.
Not yet, it's under 65. Another week yet. And I guess I'll take it, over through. That's all I got, but they are getting to it.
Thank you. John?
Nothing here.
Elizabeth?
This isn't in regards to reports or anything, but as a newly elected official, I got the ambulance agreement, and I would like to have something put on the agenda for us to review it. I'm getting conflicting stories from Abbott saying no extra funds, from the county, but then I'm also getting it from a couple board members saying that there are funds. If we would supposedly add another ambulance or 2, that it would cost the county. So, according to the agreement, I don't see anything in here where it allocates more funds from the county if we add ambulances. So is there anything that we can do to discuss it and open it up for discussion?
You can take a look at it, yeah. When we negotiated the contract, if we wanted the 3rd ambulance, that is when they said it was going to cost. If we were to add an ambulance, then it was going to cost. The contract, I think, says 2. With no,
You're correct, yeah.
With no reimbursement.
And then it also says the parties agree, and I quote, the parties agree that this minimum number could increase if the call volume justifies additional ambulances and personnel to be available to serve the citizens of Effingham County. If Abbott is right now saying that the numbers are up due to COVID, then I think as a county board member and a county board as a whole, that we should be doing something for the taxpayers, just my opinion.
Didn't say anything about we had to pay them for it.
Correct. Larry, did you have something that you wanted to, you forgot? I know Joe Greibel wanted to be here and he can't.
Yeah, Joe's actually in Macomb, Illinois right now, in another meeting. We had our 911 EMS committee meeting today. Dave was there also. We discussed with Jeff some of the improvements moving forward, things that they've done to try to decrease the amount of calls that they're not getting. The zero status is what they're calling it. We discussed that. Jeff might be able to give a little bit more on what improvements have been made since then. I know that they met with Tina and Billy, the two dispatch supervisors for city and county. They also met with Dave, I believe, on that. And they're trying to work with them on the dispatch stuff, try to get that beefed up and make it work smoother and more accurately so they can triage calls and get things more smooth, streamlined. Some of the other stuff that we're talking about was they are putting an ambulance on. Is this an ALS or BLS?
It depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Okay, so I think it's an additional ambulance to take care of the need for right now. And I think they're intending on keeping that ambulance the way it sounds.
That's correct.
Working on hiring additional people.
I can't tell.
It's Larry.
Larry's
Larry, can you come this way a little bit?
Not Larry, the other guy that was answering the question.
Where do you want me at?
No, I don't know who you are.
Jeff Odenthal. I'm the operations manager for Abbott EMS.
With a mask on.
Yeah. We are, as Larry was saying, we are adding an additional truck back on from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. We're starting to upstaff that as of just a couple of weeks ago, beginning of this year, of January of 21, we had started adding that truck back on. We're looking to hire for that position to get that filled so that it's up 7 days a week. Right now, we're putting it up as we have the additional staff on. And then I've also looked back through the 7 days to figure out what our peak demand days are, where we really need to focus on having those trucks on over the last couple of years, just so that I know on Sundays, for example, is not nearly as busy as what it is on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm focusing on those days to try and get that truck back on those days so that our status zeros drop, and then you guys and dispatch are not so concerned about us not having that resource available, because our numbers have started to climb back up to almost the pre-COVID numbers. They're still a little bit lower, but they're getting back to the pre-COVID numbers where we had that truck on before.
So to answer your question was, yeah, I think probably need to go to the committee first.
Can we get it on the agenda?
For ambulance oversight,
Yeah,
I will.
however we need to
I
start the
will talk
process.
to their chairman and see if I can narrow on that.
I was gonna say that meeting's scheduled for February 11th, I think.
Yeah, we had a great, on our 911 meeting today, we discussed a lot of this, went over everything, and I'll see that you get a copy of the minutes, and there's a lot of that information in there. We had met Abbott Ambulance, the Effingham City PSAP, and the Effingham County PSAP, along with myself, my chief deputy, the chief of police, and the assistant chief of police, and both the communication supervisors, and 3 of Abbott's people. And I didn't bring any of that paperwork because it wasn't on the agenda. We talked about it earlier, and I would have had to apologize. I think we met, it was on January the 7th, and we set up another meeting in 30 days from that time. I think we've got a meeting February the 6th or 7th. And Abbott now has reached out. We've got a total of 6 different, help me out, Joe, what's it, the mutual aid, thank you, the mutual aid agreements. One of them is with Rural Med, which is over in St. Elmo, and they're going to be number 1 on the list, and they're going to move to.
Is that gonna also keep Jasper County on the list, or are we?
What they're going to do is they're number 1, my understanding, and we're still trying, we don't have this in
Sure,
writing yet,
sure.
but this is what is in the works. Rural Med's going to be number 1.
for standby, and they're gonna move a rig to the Funkhauser area, which I think is awesome because it's better than having it on the edge of the county. It's more centrally located. And then the second option is Jasper County. Third option is another rig that they have up at Sarah Bush. And then we've also got, they have some with Cumberland, Toledo, and I think Neoga ambulance that they've got mutual aid agreement signed. So I think we're moving in the right direction. I feel really good about it. I think it's still, it's on the way there, but I think it's what you're wanting. But I'll get you a copy of those.
Okay.
Joyce, we just had that meeting today at noon.
I just got a little bit of concerns as far as, some of the departments might only have one rig, altogether to cover their fire district, their county. Rural Med, I mean, they've got, two usually on, some of them, one of them might be on transfers, but if we're pulling them, their one that's on 911, we're taking away from their county right now. And it shouldn't be our responsibility, in my opinion. And say, Neoga, if they've got one rig for a fire department, we're pulling they're not gonna come down here to cover because they wanna stay in their community. You understand where I'm coming from? Okay.
Is that meeting that you're talking about that you guys have had, is that something that a county board member can attend or no?
No, because we're just met with the PSAPs, and whatever we do at that meeting, we don't decide on anything. I'll bring that to the 911 meeting, because that's the committee that I'm on,
And she's more than welcome to attend that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We had an
911,
open meeting
yeah.
today, and actually the news media was there and everything today, and that probably should have been where this was maybe addressed, and I'm sure that Charlie and Greg are both going to have quite a bit in their paper and on the radio.
Already online.
And online.
That 911 committee has no authority. It's a contract with
The county signed the contract, that's what I've got the issue with, that we need to revisit it.
That the 911 committee can give guidance? Is that the deal?
No, it's the ambulance oversight, actually.
Yeah, so 911 meets about it, but they really have no authority to do anything if there's an issue.
So who does?
Ambulance oversight and
So
then the county board.
And ultimately us.
So you guys can attend the ambulance oversight then, right? Okay. Or
It's-
I
it's
shouldn't
next
say you
month.
guys, I
I'm
don't mean
going.
you guys, I
Yeah.
mean anyone.
Correct.
So, yes.
So that the board members are best informed, could maybe the sheriffs give that to Deb and she can distribute it by email to the entire board, the minutes from the 911 today and the minutes from the oversight committee, just so we know.
Sure.
actually
Yeah, absolutely.
what's going on.
They're open minutes. I'll see that when Joyce gets that typed up, that she sends it to Deb, and Deb can forward that to everybody. Yeah, the transparency is a good thing. We're not trying to hide anything. I think it's great.
Oh, do those go on the website or not?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, Jim. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, well, maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, that it, Elizabeth?
I'm done, thank you.
Joe? Rob?
Yeah, I do want to send out, like Doug had said, kudos to the health department. They did the teacher shots yesterday, and I thought they were very well organized, and they did a very good job, and I wanted to give them kudos, so please pass that on to any health folks out there that you did it. They did a good job. Thank you.
As a friend of the court, I got an email from Jeff about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Their Clay and Effingham units are linked, but they are averaging 200 calls an hour today. To give you some idea what they're dealing with.
What, by asking for a shot?
Yeah.
Maybe there needs to be a public service announcement on the radio or something, what Rick's getting at.
Karen was on the phone, I was there this morning.
They have, and the website,
At 6:30, because
the website to go register, it's like buying a concert ticket.
Facebook page is pretty good too.
I don't know why they're getting all those calls. Just the word though, that's it.
Older people, well, sometimes they're not social media and, you know, I don't know.
You said that, I didn't.
You should know, Jim.
Rob, you done? Heather?
I would, if I can, I'd like to be included in that, discussion you guys are gonna have about the alliance that you were wanting to talk about, Herbert, right? Okay, can I be included in that?
Getting into open meetings.
Yeah, we can do that.
If that's a
at least
problem.
keep you informed of it. We gotta make sure we don't violate the Open Meetings
Right.
Act. And I'm not sure of the content. Are you just gonna be informing us, or are we gonna be deliberating, being able to have something we would deliberate over? Because if it's something we can deliberate over, we have to post it.
I think at this point it's informative.
Are you part of that group?
He's part of the alliance, he's on the alliance.
That's what I was asking.
Part of the group, what? Which
The
group?
alliance.
I'm not
He's
part
our
of the group,
representative
no.
on the alliance.
Right, I'm not part of the group.
Okay, so the county has an actual representative on the alliance?
I am the county representative.
And the city
to
has
the
one as well
alliance.
then?
So I mean, the alliance has made up of 24 board members,
Right,
of which I'm not one of,
okay,
and I'm not paying dues, so I'm not a member
gotcha.
of the alliance. I'm only a contact from the county to
Okay.
the alliance.
Okay, is this the first time we had this? Who was the one before?
Jeff was before.
Jeff
Simpson.
Simpson, okay, okay.
And
I wasn't aware of that, okay. And then I want to request again a second look at maybe adding me to the Public Safety Committee.
Okay. And we were working on your Zoom thing.
Oh, it's working.
No, well, hopefully what we did before was working okay.
It's working great, fantastic.
All right, we may have a solution.
Okay.
Anything else? All righty. I will tell you that, as the board knows, we attended a landfill siting hearing on the 7th and the 8th, all day, and that the board is the jury. We cannot meet or discuss anything with either side of the problem or the case on this, and we can only consider the information that was presented at the trial based upon our personal experiences. I got the first transcript for the 7th was delivered in my email just before I came out. The 8th is supposed to be coming sometime later this afternoon, this evening, or tomorrow. I also got confirmation that we will be deliberating in closed session. We cannot make a decision there, but it is very much like a jury deliberation. We're going to go in, discuss it, but those deliberations shouldn't occur until after the 30-day comment period is complete, because people had 30 days from the 8th to file public comments on it. Once that occurs, we'll get all the public comments, all the evidence, transcripts, and then we go to work.
The hearing judge's opinion.
And we're waiting on the hearing judge's opinion.
Are you gonna give those to us in advance so we can read them, so we're not trying to read them in the?
I will give them to you as they come to me.
Okay, because otherwise we're all gonna be sitting there trying to read through that stuff. 2 days worth of material trying to read through that before we have it.
Yes.
What's the percentage required as far as yay, nay kind of thing?
50% plus one.
Will that be a special meeting or a half-a-day meeting?
It will be
Or one or
sort
two
of a
days?
meeting. It will have a meeting in which the board delivers its determination. We'll take a vote then.
But you'll have to vote.
He's talking about the
The vote
deliberation
open.
portion.
I mean, deliberation.
Deliberation is enclosed. The vote is open.
Will that be a special?
It'll be a special meeting. I think it has to be on the 29th of March, if I'm not mistaken.
There are always deadlines, it's like so many days after the public comment period closes, so the deadlines are tight.
I will get you an exact date. I'll get the press the exact date as soon as we're close to it.
Does that meeting allow for public comment at that meeting, or is that public comment completed because of the hearing?
The public comment, they can comment for 30 days after the hearing, written comment. It's not going to,
At which we make our decision.
there's not going to be any public comments. The board will come in, we'll convene, and we'll vote.
And we'll have to take those public comments into consideration, the ones that come in during that 30-day period.
As any other juror, you weigh the evidence as you see fit.
And that would be up to almost the day that we vote.
Public comment?
Can I ask any comments carried yet so far?
I've had some calls. Nobody's actually submitted anything.
So anyone who wants to make a comment must do it by February the 8th. After that, there's no more.
8th or 7th?
8th, 90 days.
All right, anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by John, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Heather.
I'm in Lloyd's spot. I'll say it.
You're not fast enough. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?